Price of gas, $5.11. Filling up at the Oasis. Man, that's a lot. It's probably the most I've ever paid. Should have got gas in Wisconsin. Got the medium black coffee and one chocolate Long John upside down. We're heading downtown. Welcome to this week's Walk and Talk. As a recording of this Saturday, April 27th, 2024, we are standing in front of the arcade capital of the world, Galloping Ghost. Bunch of renovations. First time I've ever been here. We're gonna check it out, do a walk and talk. And to follow this video, we're gonna do a wristbands required. We'll do a full tour. Let's run inside. We're gonna meet up with some friends. Guys, I have been waiting a long time to come here, and I want to give a shout out to Damien for finally, thank you Damien, pushing me to come in here. The arcade capital of the world. I can't believe we're finally here. I remember seeing so many videos. The first time I ever saw anything on Galloping Ghost was John's Arcade. And yeah, stepping in here for the very first time. They're actually just open, like any minute. We're here right at, called the rope drop. The light is on, we'll run inside. I was actually gonna walk down. So I think there are pinball areas down here. So I think it's $25, get you in everywhere. Unlimited free play. You could be out here all day. I'm sure we could go somewhere, leave, come back. But yeah, the light is it's directing us to run inside. Okay, so I was wrong. It's 25 to get into here, and then the pinball. It's an additional $5. So they open a little bit later. Not sure how long we'll be here today. Look, they got Hook. One of my favorite games, Rufio. We might check out the pinball. It just depends how late we're here today. I don't even know where to start, guys. This place is massive. If you do change your mind, you can upgrade for the $5 to get into the pinball area. So if you're coming here for the first time, like myself, if you change your mind, you just gotta hold on to your receipt and they'll let you re-entry. The door was right here. And then actually I was the first, I think, to come in here. There were a couple other folks. There's a parking lot right on the side. And yeah, it's premier parking. So if you get here right at rope drop, right at opening, you can park right in the front and just like where these people are walking, just go right around the corner. But yeah, there's just, look at these aisles. Like, look how tight this is. We're gonna do a full tour in our follow-up video, but I'm just kind of getting my bearings right now because there's just so many. I mean, how many arcades? I want to say there's like 970 here. I mean, I'll get an answer, but it's crazy, guys. I mean, look at this. There's like all these different like areas to walk. It's like a maze. Like there's another room right here. Like this, when we do the tour, it could literally be the longest video ever because look at all these arcades. Holy cow. Like I can't even stop. It just, there's titles I've never seen before. I've seen R-Type, at least, you know, you need some familiarity here. Like, yeah, I've recognized some of these, but pretty much all your shmups, your shooters are all right down these aisles. Right in two. I got this Silent Hill in here. Like, how creepy is that? Like, going in there? Holy cow. I'm like, what am I walking up to? Kind of the darkest area at Galloping Ghost. Like, these aisles, like, how, honestly, if I'm playing Hammer Away, like, never heard of Hammer and someone's over here, like, look at how tight this is. There's more rooms. There's more. You know what? The walk and talk might be more of an arcade tour because there's so much. I don't know if I can cover all of this in one video, but yeah, I'm going to talk some Arcade1up. I'm going to talk some ad games. There's some news and ooh, I got a nice breeze, some cool breeze. There's a Narc here that only exists at Galloping Ghost. There's an extra level. I'm sure you heard it. I want to find that. I want to find the 6-player X-Men because that's my favorite. There's the Narc right here. That's my favorite arcade of all time. I know they have the 6-player X-Men. So this Narc right here has a game that no other Narc on the planet has. So if you come to Galloping Ghost, it's a one-of-a-kind experience playing this game. Check it out. It's right next to Smash TV. Like how cool is that? Smash TV, Narc. I mean, It's unbelievable. Yeah, now that I said it out loud, I gotta find that 6 player. Actually, look at, there's the boss from Narc. Mr. Big. There's gonna be arcades here that I have never stepped foot in front of. I've never seen. There's an Indiana Jones behind me, and honestly, I don't ever remember seeing an Indiana Jones anywhere. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. It's right up by the window here. We went up to this at the kind of the intro, kind of walking in here. This might have been down, but I don't even know if this turns. I guess it's not down here. We're arm wrestling. Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna arm wrestle this guy?
1, 2, 3.
How cool is this? To see Outrun, Super Hang-On, like these Sega type, like going back to Pizza Hut. Like this is what they would have. Like I should do a nostalgia power, like Pizza Hut episode, because I mean that's where a lot of arcades were back in the late 80s. I remember the first Ninja Turtles was there. Death Race. I've never seen a Death Race cab. I mean, you got the pedal, you got the 2 steering wheels. You look at this. I walked right past it. Space Ace, Dragon Slayer 2, Dragon Slayer. I have never seen. I mean, at Chuck E. Cheese, like when I was a kid, like it, wouldn't really be processed with me, but I've never seen Dragon Slayer. I can't stop moving, like, because look at this. Space Ace, Dragon Slayer 2, Dragon Slayer.
Continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon.
I mean, having the Arcade1up, it's just. I can see now. I can see how. They did their best, but yeah, that waterfall deck, man, that's cool. That is awesome. Oh, and this is for you, Jester Tester. They have Karate Champion. This is Jester Tester's favorite arcade cabinet. And if Arcade1up came out with a Karate Champ, look at the controls. It'll be a day 1 purchase for him. Like this is so cool. I love the coloring. I love the theming on Karate Champ. I always kind of forget to talk, SNK, MVSX, because we just have the one, but we need more from them. I want to talk a lot about Arcade1up because I thought this would be a great place to talk about must-haves for Arcade1up. There's games we have Operation Thunderbolt. We have ways to get that on multiple arcades. We have a dedicated Terminator 2 Arcade1up. We haven't seen Area 51. I know Area 51 is at the top of most people's list for shooting. I mean, my favorite, Lethal Enforcers, Area 51 is going to beat that out. I mean, this is probably the #1 shooting game that people want from Arcade1up. It took some time to work my way back over here. Like I was way in the corner over there, like way back, trying to find Narc again, because Narc, we never really talk a lot about Narc because I don't see a lot of Narc arcade cabinets, except the last place we were at, Geeks Mania in Madison, had a Narc. This is a cabinet that I would absolutely love. A home version. Like, who wouldn't want Narc? This is one of the very first arcades actually I ever played. Back when I first got shortly after I got my Nintendo, we were staying at a hotel and they had Narc, and I fell in love with this game as a kid. Having 2-player, my cousin and I were playing either the red or the blue and the red. But Narc at the top of my list, along with something like Area 51, Lethal Enforcers, which we gotta find that Lethal Enforcers. We know about Smash. We talk about Smash all the time, but yeah, we just don't mention Narc a lot. Now I'll cover more of this in the Wristbands Required tour, but this whole aisle is all Neo Geo. Like, look at this. Look at all the Neo Geo control decks, left and right. That is cool. I mean, where are you gonna see this? That is unbelievable. And then of course drivers, because everyone, Arcade1up usually gives us 1 racer a year. Everyone wants pole position. And the thing that I want to say about pole position is, and this is coming from a lot of other people, is if my arcade can have the license to pole position, have that little desk arcade, why can't we have this? Like, and the pole position too on there. Now this isn't like a huge game for me, but I mean, it's just nostalgia just standing in front of here. Why wouldn't you want it? Why wouldn't you want something like this theming? And if it got boring, you know, if these were the two games, then you could always throw in the buy stuff mod and still have these games, play it with that, but have the theming, like have a dedicated looking pole position cabinet. Unfortunately, Daytona is down. But yeah, I mean, seeing an actual, like an OG Daytona, you know, we can go places and see the huge Mario Kart arcades, the huge Daytona, but I mean the original, the OG. We all want Daytona. It's just that one issue is right there, that Sega, you know? Only time will tell. I mean, I think it's more likely we see something like a pole position, like, that'd be cool because we can always throw the Daytona. Like, I don't know, the whole look of the Daytona cabinet, is it enough just to have the game? And if you did the buy stuff mod, right, and you did their pixel, like it would come up, like you would see the Daytona on your marquee, like, you know, that's as close as we can get. Well, and here's two familiar faces. I keep coming back to the front looking when we're gonna run into Skids and Lauren. It's good to see that they made the trip. It just came right in through the front door. I didn't want to get too far out, like kind of been doing circles since we got here. Look at Street Fighter, the OG Street Fighter. Like, there's only one arcade cabinet that has this.
Oh, I'm we drove from Wisconsin to meet Patrick here.
Wow.
That's the way we get our pick in.
What's your take? What do you think like Omar? What do you think of Omar?
I think it's cool. Yeah. I think it's cool. You're going to here as it comes to arcade.
I didn't know how like guys carry on like your own, like your life.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, no. Who won?
The man won.
I think you let me win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that about the Dragon Slayer. That was one of the first ones I ever did. And I went back and remastered it a couple years ago. But it turned out much better.
Check out Pat, I'm sure you know Pat, the legend, Pat Man. Just watched his Dragon Slayer. He was nice enough to share the coverage from the Midwest Gaming Classic and everything. I mean, well, when I knew he was going to be here today, it was awesome to meet his challenge. Kids and Lauren, this is all three of us. This is our first time. Lauren, what do you think of Galloping Ghost?
Huge, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it just keeps going and going and going. And there's machines in here I haven't seen in years.
There's machines I've never seen in my life here. Like, it's crazy. So Skids and Lauren were just right around the corner. Some more shooters, and I feel like I'm getting close. There's a 4-player arcade cabinet. I feel like I'm getting close, not to Moonwalker, but to X-Men 6-player, because we saw the massive 6-player in Madison, but I have not seen, you know, the actual Konami. Look at Beavis and Butthead. So Ghostbusters, and you know what? I don't think I've ever played the arcade Ghostbusters before. Golden Axe, like seeing the real Golden Axe, the official Golden Axe, having, you know, a render of this, the Arcade1up at home, like this is the real thing. Where you don't need to do everything with player one. Like this is the real deal. So Patman shared a lot of coverage from the Midwest Gaming Classic on his channel, which I saw that he was going to be here, and I wanted to, you know, I saw he came in, and it's cool to meet that gentleman. I want to thank him because I've seen a lot of his videos, and it's amazing. The documentaries he's done, it's incredible. And to sit there and play Killer Instinct with him and get beat by him, Killer Instinct. I thought there was an X-Men down there, but I wonder if they have the 6-player and the 4-player here. It's super high impact, Midway. So many games, and there's so many different Midway games. Like, we've only like touched the surface on some of these games. Like, imagine if they could just keep going and going, the titles we could see. I mean, look at this, a Raw Thrills, like in this room, a cycle bike. I mean, how did they get this in here? I mean, the doorways that they had to get through. You know, this Jurassic Park, this massive, it's like sitting in the old school bus. I mean, look at this. The Sega, the back, the Jeep. This is cool. Yeah, the Alien Armageddon, the whole row of racers. Look at this, a whole other back room over here. Guys, this is crazy. There's all these different rooms, like, is that Captain America and the Avengers? You know, gosh, every time we go around the corner, I just expect to see X-Men. I mean, it's so big, like, where could they stick it? I love this cabinet. I loved playing this game when I was a kid. I had so many memories of that arcade cabinet. Pack and Pal. It's like being in an amusement park. In this back room, they have stuff over the windows. Like, it looks like rides back there. These arcades are so big. They got police trainer, but they have lethal enforcers. Like, we found the lethal enforcers at Galloping Ghost. Like, this is, I just feel like this one, everything here, these are more special than any other arcades we've ever seen, because we're at Galloping Ghost. Look at lethal enforcers, we're playing. Works so good. This is awesome. What a game. If I missed yet, I'm gonna jinx myself. Oh, I shot the civilian. See, I shouldn't have said anything. Look at how high some of these marquees are. You can see the Marvel superheroes. This is another arcade that I kind of stated before, like, getting a deluxe version of Marvel superheroes, so you can say, yeah, they'll never do another Punisher, but they'd have X-Men Coda, Children of the Atom, Marvel superheroes, and the Punisher, those 3 games. And even if it's not online, like, they have that PCB. I mean, who wouldn't buy this? We found it. We found it. Look at this. Look at this cabinet. Please be on. Yes, it's working. This is ultimate. I mean, we saw a room the size, you know, of X-Men. But this one, this is it. Like, I could live inside of this half octagon. I told Skids and Lauren, I said, I'll find you in a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna find them. It's like the Libyans finding Doc Brown. I don't know how they found me. I don't even know where I am in this arcade at this point. Like, I'm so far back. Look at that marquee. Like, look at the length of this. Guys, I was probably a teenager when I saw this. So just to confirm, look at, there's 2 screens right here. So you always have that split. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are playing this. So when everybody comes out to the Pinball Expo, we're all going to Galloping Ghost, and we're all playing X-Men. Look at that, 2 screens. Colossus. Again, it's like the whole, like, amusement park vibe over here. Like, look at this. Like, you could just go right in here. Go right into this cockpit. And it's like, it's so dark, I don't even know if someone's in here or not. Like, this is so cool. Like, if you could see the smile, like, I'm grinning ear to ear right now. This is crazy. X-Men. Again, it's so hard to even walk away. There's so much more to see. But the good thing is we're doing a tour to follow this video that, yeah, we'll see a lot more of X-Men. We have a Simpsons right next to Operation Wolf. We did see that Operation Thunderbolt. Ninja Turtles. Now, I've stated that I have not seen a Turtles in Time at any arcade we've been to. You know, we always see the OG turtles, and I have not seen either here, but I know that they're gonna have both turtles. But maybe I'll kind of be on a hunt for turtles, because that's another cabinet that I wanted to talk about, along with open ice. This is actually the second time I've seen an open ice that I can remember. Saw it at the Vintage Vault Arcade recently, did a tour. This would be a perfect cabinet to pair up with your NBA Jam, with your NFL Blitz cabinet. Is that Antonio Freeman? I just love, see, we didn't get this with the new version of Blitz. And I miss having this like track mode. I know with all the licensing and all that stuff, but yeah, that's I always miss seeing that. I stated before that, you know, NFL Blitz, more nostalgia on the PlayStation than anything else. But actually the first time I ever played it was the Congo Bongo on the N64. They have a Star Trek arcade here. Look at this. Strategic Operations Simulator. I mean, look at this game. Oh my gosh, I just saw track and field. And just because, you know, we're always hoping for those rumored titles to be true, the track and field, maybe you could put the Hyper Sports on there, like, to get this in the deluxe form factor. Like, this, for a second, guys, I mean, look at this. We found track and field at Galloping Ghost. Like, it's just like, I feel like I'm a kid again. Yeah, maybe I feel like I'm a kid all the time, but look at Pac-Mania. Like, we didn't, where do you find this stuff? This is incredible. It is just so special to be here. I just want to know how they got these in here. Like, look at the size of Trilogy up against the windows. Well, before we walked in, we have a Batman Forever over there. Look at Sonic. I didn't realize that they were open yet, and you know, I was kind of walking my way back. So I think the pinball is, it's either at the end of this one, or there was a separate building. Maybe it's in front of the entrance. I didn't know this was all, like, imagining what was on the other side of those windows. Sega Spider-Man. Just, I know the machine's down, but just enjoying the art, because when we saw this, you know, the game, we saw the gameplay, we saw the front, the marquee, but look at the side. Like, this is something I haven't seen in a long time. Like, full shot. Love that artwork. This is another dream cabinet. It'd be awesome. You know, big superhero fan. Like, they have Spider-Man. How cool would that be? The Willow Arcade. Man, that is cool. Capcom makes the Willow. Just think of all the ideas here. Like, if, you know, having Capcom, like, being able to get some of these other, you know, besides the Street Fighter, I thought somebody was right next to me. Like, there's just so much. It's so tight. There's so many arcades. Yeah, it's just to know that, like, Capcom made Willow. Like, could you imagine if they actually could do like a Willow? Think about this, like a Willow Alien vs. Predator cabinet. Look at the Batman, like, just the control deck. So they have another Jurassic Park shooter right here. Time Crisis, the original Time Crisis. I have never, I'm just making sure it doesn't say Time Crisis 2 on it. I have never seen, with the stool right here, a Time Crisis cabinet. The OG. Is it on? Oh, there's no screen in there. Look at this. Okay, so Time Crisis is down, but still, I've never seen Time Crisis before. See, the reflection got me. You got me. G.I. Joe and Bucky O'Hare. Two Konami classics. 92 on the same cabinet. Like, I didn't even think about G.I. Joe, Bucky O'Hare first. It's unbelievable. How cool would that be? Playing two-player G.I. Joe on here. Star Wars. Revolution X. A three-player. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Three-player Revolution X. I never knew there was a three-player. I'm trying to, like, get in here. Like, look at this. It's like being at Kmart again. Like, dropping in the quarters, getting on Space Harrier. Look at this. They're like rides. I feel like I'm at Chuck E. Cheese right now. 3. Unbelievable. That is crazy. Can you really play? You can. Look at the red, the yellow, the blue. Holy cow, why have I never been here before? And if they gave us Lethal Enforcers, they'd give us Lethal Enforcers, Gunfighters 2, which I always say the Old West. Like it's not, it doesn't say Lethal Enforcers Old West. It doesn't state that anywhere. You always hit that red button.
Player 1, come on, Sheriff.
Well, those civilians, they always get you. Luckily, that was kind of the intro. Let's get some bad guys. I love the shooters. I guess I flock to the shooters. Can I hit anything here? Then the racers. I mean, I just walked past about 17 different racing games, and you know, I see these shooters. Like it just makes me wanna jump on here. Die Hard. 19K Fox has his Die Hard dedicated cab. Like I mean, just think about some of these guys with the actual arcades at home. Like 19K Fox has this. This is crazy. How cool would that be if 19K Fox got another 6-player X-Men and actually got the Konami one? Like put that in your arcade. Like that's awesome. There's more Neo Geo, RoboCop 2. Like we saw that whole aisle, both sides, Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Have you ever came up with Cadillacs and Dinosaurs arcade? Going back to the Marvel superheroes, the Punisher. Like we are in front of a dedicated Nick Fury Punisher Capcom arcade cabinet, like the real deal, the big blue, which makes me think Alien vs. Predator. Like we gotta find it, because this is exactly how it would look. Like how cool would that be? The HS5 design, you know, the deluxe, or another big blue design. Like if they could get past that whole, like the whole Punisher thing, give us those 3 games on a new cabinet, how many of us would pick that up? Never seen this game before. Gun Frontier. There's just never seen the majority of these games before. I mean, this is crazy. Okay, so these two folks right here are actually playing a double Turtles in Time cabinet. So that's why I haven't seen the dedicated. Like they kind of tucked it around here. We'll come back to that when we do a tour, but we did find it's actually just right around the corner from X-Men. I saw the 6-player X-Men and I just lost all concentration. I walked past a ton of them, but I almost walked past POW, Prisoners of War. We got a Madden arcade cabinet here. Look at this. What year is this? Okay, Madden Season 2, so is it all college? NFL, it's gonna look for a 2006, so it's gonna be suitable for all ages. Be a newer Madden. I was kind of thinking it might be older, but Prisoners of War, POW. What a great! I miss seeing this one arcade. It was at the mall, and yeah, they got rid of it. But it was just howling. I was like wondering where that noise was coming from. Kind of creepy. POW. And remember that rumored like Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet? It didn't really get too much appeal. Like yeah, I mean you're kind of looking at Sonic Championship. You know, you wonder if they came out with something like this. You know, the interest, like for me, Sonic being nostalgic for Sonic, but also getting something from Sega, it's hard not to buy. You know, the fact that you see Sega on here, I will fall for that. Like I will buy something just because Sega. I was gonna do a video prior to this. I was thinking about doing it Friday night, today being Saturday, to talk a couple of things. I wanted to mention the sale going on At Games, and the thing is, the sale goes through Monday. So as a recording of this, when the walk and talk does come out, you can still take advantage of some of these pinball packs, 15% off. So there are some sales going on at Games. If you haven't seen, you do have it through midnight Monday, the 29th. That's not the only email I've gotten from AdGames. They were having some issues with their servers, and they're, you know, great news, they're back. I like how AdGames has informed everybody. Like, I literally got like 4 or 5 emails from them in the last 2 days. They keep everybody up to date with everything. So if you have an ALP, I do not, but if you're thinking about one, you know, when something happens, these guys seem to be on it pretty quick. And just to go back to the sale, it just, as Carlo would always tell me, like, when you see these discounts, these are the times to pick up some of those pinball packs. I know Carlo's at a Spawn Cabinet. Carlo was talking about picking up, I want to say, Space Invaders sides. So there's some good stuff. Unfortunately, there's not a sale on the ALP itself, not yet. I might have kind of jumped in for that, but there are pinball pack sales, are some deals on some of their other products. So definitely check it out if you're seeing this for the first time and you didn't hear about the sale. You do have until midnight. It really caught my attention. There's just like, look at it. It just reminds you like the old Nintendo art. Like, look at the styles here. Like, what are we talking here? 91, 89, 1989. I mean, you just look at the nostalgia. The graffiti. This is so awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to find Skids and Lauren to get on some games, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to find them. Yeah, I've never seen a Spawn arcade cabinet. Just look at the graphics on Operation Wolf 3. Awesome, awesome cabinet. House of the Dead. The actual House of the Dead. So like, who has the original House of the Dead? I see the House of the Dead 2 a lot. Yeah, Ghost Squad just really cranking it up here. We got a House of the Dead 2 right on the other side. Yeah, just so much variety here. It's unbelievable. There's not an arcade they don't have. Get Double Dragon. So then you ask yourself, when you see something like Double Dragon, like, where's Double Dragon 2? Like, how far away? Like, there's like, and the fact that there's a space here, maybe it was actually right here, and they're just swapping it out. Not seeing a lot of Moonwalker cabinets. It's a 2-player. I didn't know that Moon was 3-player. I didn't really see. Actually, 3 players. How cool would that be? People are starting to work their way in and kind of going up towards the front of Galloping Ghost. You can see Mr. Doc Mack. It's right over here. Did speak to him when I got here, and what a nice guy. Living legend. Like, just, it's so cool seeing him. First time I ever saw Galloping Ghost, saw Doc Mack, was John's Arcade Tour. And really, you know, along with a lot of other things, like a root beer tapper, got me into the hobby. Like, what a cool place. Like, someday I'm gonna have to get here. And yeah, we're here today at the most total carnage, unbelievable arcade I've ever been to. It's funny that every Total Carnage I've seen has different joysticks. Like, and I just want to go with whatever Galloping Ghost has. Like, this is the way they were meant to be. Like, I'm just gonna say that right now. So these, I've seen ball tops. Like, nope, this is arcade accurate right here because we're at Galloping Ghost. Just wanted to work my way to Indiana Jones. I've never played this before. Good theming. Still gotta find that Indiana Jones picture at Hobby Lobby 1-player. So they have Marble Madness, Road Blasters. Hey, I wonder if they have that sit-down Road Blasters. They have the stand-up. But yeah, it's been probably since like, see, look at the year, 87. So yeah, probably 89, 90 since I actually saw, you know, the actual closed Road Blasters. But I'm sure they have it. I just gotta look for it. Look at the theming up here. I was just saying to myself, where's Tron? They have Tron right here. Yeah, everything just lit up perfectly. Perfectly. Then discs of Tron. Man, I really want Tron, guys. This This is so cool. And then Journey. I kind of bypassed Journey at the Vintage Vault the last time we were there, kind of doing an arcade tour. I apologize. I kind of skipped right past it. Spider-Man, Sega Spider-Man, just right down the aisle, and then Revolution X. Like, always catches my attention. But just for all you Journey fans, I'm gonna take a moment to just appreciate it. And then, oh yeah, Spy Hunter, another cabinet that's, you know, racer. I think you could consider this racing because of the steering wheel, man. This thing just solid. Another cabinet like we could get, like we would want, and it's just, how do you get retailers? How do you get Arcade1up to do like direct sales? Like, what's the minimum? Because I think picking up stuff like people would buy. They'd buy Robotron. I think we're gonna get Robotron, Matt. I'm convinced Robotron 2084 Smash TV Total Carnage is just, you know, a short time away. We got Skids, and Lauren had found me, luckily. I don't know how they found me, but they found me. Run for it, Marty! Lauren's used to playing Burger Time on the iArcade, which is cool. I didn't even see Burger. I didn't even go down this aisle yet. They have Burger Time, Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, and Ms. Pac-Man, and just, you guys, it just goes on and on and on. Space Invaders. Batman playing Narc, like. Have you guys ever gotten to the secret level on here?
We're trying. We're trying to.
I'm waiting for it.
Close.
They found the exclusive level on Narc. Here, let me get out of your way. We're all trying to get a shot. This is like history right here. Only this level exists at Galloping Ghost on this very arcade cabinet. We're all in here. We're all getting a shot.
What do you think, Pac-Man? Pretty cool, but we got to play this. The only place to play.
Skids. This level they're on right now?
Yeah.
This is the only time you'll ever see this. This is a bonus. Skids loves his Galaga. Okay, we gotta get back to Narc. The helicopter scene. This is crazy. That is awesome. That is awesome. That was cool. That's a hard game. Skids is he's like the Galaga champion here. What are you on here?
This is not a good game.
This is
Don't play this one. It feels different than mine at home.
what we got here. Galaxian Rally X. Yeah. Never seen before. Never before seen, I can't talk, footage of Narc. That was awesome. Place you'll find a Mr. Big picture of Narc. Galloping Ghost, like, how cool is that? You can't miss it. You walk into this room and you'll see them. Just, you know, the people coming down the aisle, like, the place is really filling up. They warned me that Saturdays was the busy day. And I said, you know, I think this is the way to do it. I think you come here for an arcade tour, you come here for a walk and talk, because you see what it is. Like, it's probably been open for about an hour now. Skids loves his Galaga. Lauren on Burger Time. And it just seems like every aisle we're going down, we're gonna see more and more people. And it's gonna get tighter trying to get around them down those aisles. Bubbles, Sinistar. So Kohl's, I wanted to show something at Kohl's, and they do have the Fantastic Four shirt on sale, $39.99, WrestleMania, with that old school men's Nintendo NES controller. But yeah, Fantastic Four. I still have a couple of days to use my $40 reward. I gotta find something soon. I'm running out of time. Video airs. The sale, well, the Kohl's cash will be over, but I want to point out something that Kohl's has recently acquired. Not only do they have Big Buck Hunter, you know, Best Buy sold out on that. We'll see if some of these sales last, but again, if there's no Kohl's cash when you do see this, just hold off until, you know, the next week. It seems like they run this pretty often. Check out what is showing up. Still Simpsons at $4.99. but they now have Fast and Furious. And Best Buy has sold out of Fast and Furious. And I was surprised when I saw this, that Fast and Furious is at Kohl's. Like, you know, I kind of leave Kohl's out of a lot. Like, I was kind of, you know, fall back to Best Buy, Target. The Kohl's still getting some of these new deluxe. So, like, in the future, getting more arcades from Arcade1up. If you can get it at Kohl's, you're getting that Kohl's cash, you're getting the rewards. It might be, you know, one of the better options going forward, especially the fact that Target Circle, we're not allowed to like build those points anymore. I might kind of shift my way to Kohl's. I know what you're saying. You're at Galloping Ghost and you're showing us Arcade1up, you're showing us Kohl's, but it's a walk and talk. And I wanted to do, you know, walk and talk at Galloping Ghost, and then when we do the tour, when you see the wristbands required, I haven't put the wristband on, but I brought wristbands. I didn't forget. They don't give you wristbands here, they don't stamp your hand, they just give you a receipt that if you walk out, you gotta bring this one back, you gotta show proof that, you know, you can come back in. So I will go to the car, I'll get the wristband, we'll do the wristbands required. But, you know, this is a very special walk and talk, and I don't know if I'll ever do a better walk and talk than at Galloping Ghost. Look at Alien vs. Predator right behind me. Kind of a better shot. I guess I kind of cropped Alien vs. Predator, but yeah, I mean, you know, the big blue form factor, like, again, that deluxe cabinet. I'm convinced we're gonna see this one, guys. It'll be interesting what other games. So I mean, just 3 controls. This is so cool. So cool to stand in front of this. That maybe someday, in the near future, we'll have this in a deluxe form factor. We'll have this at home in Arcade1up. And going back to Sonic, Skids and Lauren found another game. Like, if they did come up with that Sonic cabinet, like, they would have the Sonic the Hedgehog. And I believe this was the Japanese ROM. Like, I've never seen this before. And it's all trackball and buttons. Konami Contra Evolution. Like, Skids just pointed this out. Like, the seats, it's like 2011 came out. I'd say that's about a 55, 60-inch screen. Look at this. Look how clear this looks. This is cool. Some Narc art up here. Look at this. All the foes, the bosses, and Narc. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. That's something I think out of all these cabinets, this is the one I want. Like, now that we're seeing this in person, I hope we see a Narc. This kind of answers like the #1 cabinet I want to see. I want to see Narc. That's gonna do it for today. Getting up to the building the courage to even just step inside of the Silent Hill arcade. Like, it's, look at that. It's creepy back here. It just gets kind of darker. Like, there's lights over there. There's nothing up here. It's kind of a surreal moment. In the corner of Galloping Ghost, there's so much more to see. There's so much more I haven't seen, and we'll find out. We'll see it. You can see there's another game in here. Look at this. In the arcade tour, in our wristbands required. Stay tuned for a bonus scene. Got something really special. Kind of fun. Kind of go along with being at the world's greatest arcade. Stick around. Do a bonus scene. I want to thank everybody for watching. This is awesome. I'm looking forward to the arcade tour. It just keeps going and going on. There's so many other rooms, so many other places we haven't seen yet. What a special place. This will always go down as probably my favorite walk and talk. It's just It was awesome. Big dwarf. I haven't like figured out my way around here, but this wall, there's kind of like some different angles to get through. So if you come here and you see it's really tight, you don't want to like disturb people in gameplay, you can walk around. But yeah, some you might have to kind of get skinny to find your way back to the front door. All the ghost theming. There's cabinets everywhere, and we haven't even seen all of them. Just all the big blues they have here. It's incredible. I always dreamed of walking through this very hallway, like all the videos you've seen on Galloping Ghost. You'll finally be in here, standing here, arm wrestling him. It's awesome. Looking forward to coming right back in. I'm gonna go to the car, grab my wristband, put in another battery to the camera, and yeah, start the tour, the official tour, the newly renovated Galloping Ghost. Wristbands required. Looking for an arcade sign, arcade parts, 3D prints, custom art logos, Galloping Ghost reproductions. It's awesome. Sign. It's a tobacco-free facility. Find them on Facebook. Another thing is, if you want to come here and do a video, I called and they directed me to the official Facebook page. All you gotta do is drop in a message. You'll get a response, an answer, and if you want to go about this coming in, doing some content, I always promise that I'll stay out of people's way. And it's going to be harder for the arcade tour because there's more people that will be coming here. You can see the Grange water tower. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll see you guys next time. We had to. We had to stop at Six Flags, and then we passed this on the way to Galloping Ghost. I missed out on Batman a week ago. We're gonna get on now. This ride has really lasted a test of time. I want to say 30 years, over 30 years it's been here. Still rocking the cop car. Train's about to come through. Then the tunnel, and actually still showing Looney Tunes when you're in line.
Oh, back or front? His addiction. It like pulls in the back. All clear. This rifle flip, you're not once, not twice, but 4 times upside down. You're right up that number, right?
And the Batman's just locked away in the safe. It's a great ride. The backside of the coaster. For being over 30 years old, this ride is unbelievable. I would have brought the camera on there, but no cameras allowed. Plus, I probably would have lost it. I mean, this ride it's wicked. Here comes a train right now. I want to thank you guys for watching. Galloping Ghost, kind of pause there. Galloping Ghost, we got the flash pass right here. Wristbands required. I'm wearing my wristband. I just did the tour, the walk and talk, then the tour of Galloping Ghost. So look for that in a couple of days. I'll see you guys next time. To get to my car, 20 Daffy Duck. We got a long ways to go. There's a lot of people who came today. Again, a lot better weather than a week ago for opening day. Much better time. Sure to stop here a lot, and that's the beauty, the perks of having the season pass. Is I just wanted to come, jump on Batman, and go home. How fitting is it that I parked that Robin? You can see the Joker straight ahead, Superman to the left, and Robin 54.